Hey everybody, 3KO Games here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, because check it out, it's Tarlac with some dumbbells and the beach gear. It is our hero coach. The long-awaited hero coach is here. So you get to choose one hero and bring them up to wherever they are to 490 for the cost of some gems. So in this video, let's take a look at exactly how it works and just a couple of the things that I'm thinking about as I make my choice. And if that helps you to make your choice, all the better. It seems like all the posts on social media right now and questions in the forum and even just discussions in my Alliance chat are all about who should I level up, because you get to do this once. Hopefully it comes around a little bit more regularly, but for right now, it's once, and then maybe a few months later, 3 months later, 6 months later, who knows? So you want to make the right choice right now. So again, how does this work? You choose a hero that has to be at least 700 days old, so about 2 years old. And wherever they're at, you can finish their leveling all the way up to finishing a second limit break, 490, for the price of some gems. The sweet spot, I think, is from 370 to 490 and costs 334 gems. The cost of one summon in a portal, and you've got that. Basically, for those 334 gems, you are gaining time. You are gaining a Damascus Blade, a Tome of Tactics, 6 of your Ascension mats, all of those ethers, and then alpha ethers for the cost of 334 gems. It's a pretty good deal. Now you could go grab somebody that you have done nothing to at all the way down to 1, and for 1,000 gems. Which, depending upon your level of pay in the game, 1,000 gems might seem like, oh my gosh, that's 1,000 gems. But if you're spending a couple dollars, you can find specials where you get 200 gems for $1. Most of the time, it's 100 gems for $1, so that's $10. But with specials, you can get this amount for $5. It's a pretty good deal. You could go all the way the other way to say, like, let's level up somebody who's already first limit broken. I just want that second limit break. I'm a little impatient. Well, 18 gems, and that's going to give you the second limit break. So that's how it works. How do you actually choose somebody? That's tricky, right? Obviously, one thing you have to consider is who's going to be the strongest, whatever that means, right? If it is some hero that's quite honestly not that good, second limit breaking Faeline doesn't do too much. She's not that good of a hero. But she's old, so she's available. But a lot of heroes with costumes are going to be 2 years old or older and ready for you to choose for this hero coach. I've got a couple Dunes heroes. This will not level up their costume. It will not give you a costume. But if you have that costume, great. To go from 370 all the way up the rest of the way would be saving me a bunch of time, and it would be a really powerful hero once I finish that costume. I think I have both sides of Ma'at at 370, so that would be really great. You might have somebody that's like, I have a second copy of a hero that I have a tune for. I don't have any glass heroes, but maybe it's a glass hero. But I haven't started that process at all, or I haven't finished the original hero anyway. Why not jumpstart that process? Because we know getting them all the way leveled up takes forever and is the bulk of what it takes to level up all of those, 4 costumes or whatever it is. If you have the original done, the costumes, it's not easy, but it's easier. Costumes level up much, much faster. So maybe you choose somebody like a Toon or Glass hero, that like a Season 1 hero that you have those costumes for. Another angle to think about is like, well, what Ascension mats and ethers and emblems do I actually have, or do I actually need? If I get out of here and take a look here in my inventory and materials, I've got tons of blades. Okay. I've got scopes, fine, tonics, rings, darts. I've got 4 tabards. Limit break. I could limit break any color except purple. So on the purple side, maybe it's a purple hero that I want to take. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't really want to spend this opportunity just to take somebody to second limit break that's already at least at 480. So let's scroll down a little bit further. My people that are not 480, not such a good pick, because none of these have a costume. I don't have a costume for Diao Chen, and that's not going to just come magically. Now, what costumes are available in the Outfitter? That might be another thing that you consider. And with that, I believe Lepiota's costume will be available. So maybe that's a reason to like finish out the original now and know that in a month or so, when the visiting outfitter comes back, I can buy that costume and I can level up that costume. That could be another way of thinking about your choice. The costumes that will be available in visiting outfitter have to be at least 18 months old. So keep that in mind. Guardian Panther, another one that does that. Another angle to take in this whole thing is like, hey, what hero have you had forever that you've just been meaning to level up and you just never did? They've been waiting, but you just keep getting other heroes. One of those heroes for me is Costume Ursina. I love Reflect heroes. And with the costume bonus, she might be okay. But I just keep getting purple heroes that I'd rather work on. So maybe it's just like, you know what? Let's just bypass all the other ones that are in my queue because I've just been meaning to get her done, but I just didn't want to take the time. Well, here's the time right now. 1,000 gems, boom, her original is done. Could be a way for you to make that choice. One thing to be cautious about is careful about your emblems. I'm not 100% sure about this, but when you click on somebody like, let's say, Ludwig's at 480, and my Ludwig is at 480 and 20 emblems. I just never limit broke Ludwig, but hey, getting that second limit break and the auto taunt would be great. Maybe he's the hero that I want to do. When you click on this, you don't see any emblems here. So if you know for sure the other way, let me know in the comments. But it seems like it wipes out the emblem count. Maybe because it wasn't really as much intended for you to just do just the limit break, where you might already have some emblems on them. But what you're gaining in just limit breaking Ludwig, you're losing in all of the materials you just spent on those emblems. Where did those emblems go? If that's the case, I would urge you not to do somebody that you already have emblems on and you're just looking for a quick limit break. The other thing just to consider, I think, again, is how many gems are you willing to spend? Again, if you are free to play, 1,000 gems takes a while to get. If you're willing to spend a couple bucks, it's really only a couple bucks when you wait for a special to get up to 1,000 gems. And maybe you spent a lot of money in this game, so 1,000 gems is really like no big deal. But that can help you decide. Again, I think the sweet spot is 370. You save the important ethers, alpha ethers, and ascension materials, and you're only spending 300 gems. So Let me know down below who you are thinking about. If you've decided, if you've done it already, if you are tossing around, among a couple and you're just having a hard time pulling the trigger on somebody, I'd be glad to just offer my quick, well, if it were me, I would do this. But I think, and I haven't talked about them yet. Okay, here's another hero that I have always meant to do something with. Cupido. Got him in Soul Exchange, and like many Soul Exchange heroes, just never finished it. So in the line of people that I just meant to finish, I'll never get to Cupido if I don't just do it in a manner like this, right? And at 490, he might actually be able to stand up in some defenses, but that mindless heal to 3 is pretty nice. So another way to think about this, but I think for my purposes, I finished the costume side of Hathor to 370, and I have the original at 370, and I would love to finally get Hathor up and running. So, my choice, 334 gems, is to get Hathor up, and then I can finish her costume side. And so when you actually press go on it, it looks like this. Oh, you get to like make sure you really want to do this. Yes, I do. 334 gems. Let's do it. And that's the Hero Coach, everybody. Let me know down below what you think. And I thank you so much for checking out the video today. See you next time.